Everyone. So Jamal Murray really had his establishment year, in my opinion, in the NBA. 26 years old. He still has a lot of basketball ahead of him, but he had his kind of breakout year, in my opinion, where he kind of got put on the map more so in like that 2020 year where he was just going back and forth with Donovan Mitchell. I think that was like the real like, oh, dude, this guy can put the ball in the hoop type thing. And then he just kind of, through injuries and stuff, kind of became an afterthought, and then this year got right, and now he's a NBA champion. And you gotta credit Jamal Murray. Combo guard, 6'4", good size, 215 pounds. Again, 26 years old. This is a guy that can put the ball in the hoop. Averaged 20 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. So he's just shy of a 25-5 guy, 45.5% from the field overall. Big, strong, kind of lower center of gravity. So he has the ability to finish very strongly in the course of games. We saw him just be able to get to the basket. His shooting has much improved. He's been a very solid shooter this regular season and the postseason. So this past season, he shot 39.8% from three. And then in the postseason, shot 39.6% from three. And he shot 47.3% from the field overall. Bucket getter, right? A guy that can really put the ball in the hoop. Him and Jokic are just such a great compliment. But with Jamal Murray, there's the idea of like the league is already heading in the direction of these combo guards, right? These sizable guards that, yes, can distribute and play the point guard, but can also just go and score, get to the basket. That's why Austin Reeves is so coveted. 6'5", can handle the rock, can play the point guard role, but can just go get a bucket. Right? That's why a lot of people and a lot of just GMs and stuff are looking to try to give Austin Reeves that kind of money. You see a lot of teams that are drafting numerous guys like this. These combo switchable guards, same thing with the forwards. Right? The NBA is kind of shifting to that league where it's just positionless basketball. You have 5 guys on the court that can all switch 1 through 5 and are all capable of doing multiple things, shooting the rock, getting to the hoop, being 3-level scorers. And Jamal Murray is that guy. We saw him in this playoff run just dominate every matchup. Defensively, though, is where Jamal Murray really lacks. Again, he is a bucket getter, but he can't defend a cone at this point. He's not terrible. He tries at times, but here's the thing. He's 6'4", and he has a 6'6" wingspan. So he's not like one of those guys that are like 6'4", 6'5", and they have like a 7'2" wingspan or something like that. League average defensive rating is 115. Jamal Murray is 116.2. So again, he's not atrocious, terrible defensively, but he's not very good defensively. He's not a good defender, and he can be a liability at times, but he's still able to overcome that. He's still able to play through it, and he's just such a good scorer and so good at just kind of being the scorer playmaker, especially when you have a guy like Jokic who you're basically running everything through him anyway. It's a real benefit, right? And the reason I'm bringing up Jamal Murray on a Laker channel, especially after they ended up sweeping us, and it hurts, is because the Lakers drafted Jalen Hood Schifino. And I've mentioned it. I've seen other people mention it. The comparison between him and Jamal Murray. Combo guard, he is 6'6" compared to Jamal Murray, who is 6'4". He is also has a real wingspan. He has a 7-foot wingspan compared to, like I said, Jamal Murray, 6'4", only has a 6'6" wingspan. So he has the size. He is a bigger idea of Jamal Murray. Now, I'm not making this video to say that he is ever going to be Jamal Murray, but the comparison is actually a very good comparison. Sizable combo guard that could play the point guard, but also could play the shooting guard. He's a guy that finishes great through contact. He's strong. He's physical. 215 pounds. He'll bulk up a little bit as Jamal Murray gains some weight, gains some mass. All NBA players do it, but he already has good size. He already has good strength. If you watched him throughout the course of college, this was a guy that could finish, shoot the mid-range, shoot the three-point shot. Not great shooter. He's not anywhere close to the offensive player that Jamal Murray is to that level, right? But there are a few things that he is already better at than Jamal Murray has been. Now, Shafino is all around more refined than Jamal Murray was coming into the league. He is. But he doesn't have the offensive repertoire that Jamal Murray has at this point. But Shafino is by far a better defender. He is a better defender right now than Jamal Murray is right now. So that is something that he has up on him. The get into the basket, attacking, finishing through contact, I think is something that is very comparable. And I do believe that the Lakers have kind of found maybe not their look. The whole comparison thing, I get it. It gets tiresome, gets frustrating at times. Even Jalen, he's not going to want to be Jamal Murray. He's going to want to be Jalen Hood Schifino. He's going to want to be JHS, right? That's what he wants to be, and that's what I want to see him be. Because if he can be a 20-point per game scorer and provide the defense, then he isn't Jamal Murray. He's better than Jamal Murray, right? If he could be a 25-5 guy and still give you the defense, then he's a better Jamal Murray because he's averaging the same stats, but he's better defensively and he's bigger. So ideally, you're hoping that he turns into a better Jamal Murray. He's 20 years old. He's super young. Jamal Murray was not Jamal Murray at age 20, right? Again, this was Jamal Murray's sort of establishment year. He had his kind of breakout year, like I said, in 2020. That was where I feel like he was kind of put on the map more than anything, right? So that was 3 years ago now, right? So he was 23 at that time. Well, Jalen Hood Schifino, being age 20, is going to have a couple years to get to that status. But I do believe that he's a guy that can already make an impact. I think he's a guy that could come in and immediately provide a lot of what the Lakers need. A sizable, switchable player that can defend, that can get to the basket and make plays for others. That is what the Lakers need, and that's what I think the Lakers got with Jalen Hood Schifino. I really do. I really believe that he's a guy that it's going to take some time. It's going to take some work, right? He's not anywhere close to a refined product, right? He's not a guy that's going to come in and give you 25 a game, his first month in the league. I just don't see that happening. But I do think he is a guy that could fill in 10 to 15 minutes per game and kind of be another playmaker as well as a defensive point of attack, as well as a guy that could get some buckets, especially playing next to LeBron James and Anthony Davis and Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura and all these guys that can just go get buckets. I really do believe Shafino is going to have some success. I mean, this guy averaged 13.5 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and a steal per game. This is, again, a guy that I think you put the right pieces around him, he can have some success. Now, I'm not trying to put a world of pressure on this kid. Again, he's not coming in to start. He's not coming in to maybe even be necessarily a big contributor. But if he can provide some level of impact, the beauty of the modern basketball player, and we're seeing this more and more as the years progress, you're really starting to see players come into the league and immediately make an impact, right? I mean, look at guys Lakers have Austin Reeves, right? There's one right there. Max Christie could end up being the guy that could come in and make a real impact. I think he could have, if the Lakers were in a different position, I think Max Christie would have been a very solid contributor. But the Lakers are trying to contend for an NBA. If they didn't have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, I think Max Christie might have been a 15-5-5 guy this year and one of the best defensive guards in the league. And he's grown to 6'6", 6'7". You're starting to see the Lakers putting together rosters of these type of players. Got 6'5" D'Angelo Russell, 6'5" Austin Reeves. You have 6'6" Shafino. You have 6'7" Lewis, 6'6", 6'7" Max Christie. You got 6'8" Jared Vanderbilt, 6'8" Austin Rui Hachimura. you're starting to see like, okay, the Lakers are getting this size, they're getting this switchability, they're getting guys that can do multiple things and provide multiple sort of layers for the team front to back. It's where we're heading, especially with the new CBA. The new CBA is going to make things very tricky, right? And the reason that there's so much disparity, the reason that the big threes aren't as significant as they once were. And look, if the Phoenix Suns win the NBA championship, maybe that perception changes. I still don't think it does. And it's not that I don't believe a big three could work, right? If you put LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Giannis on the same team together, or Joel Embiid or whatever on the same team together, you don't think that team is just running through the entire league? Of course they are. The only thing stopping that team is health, right? So it's not that the big three can't work. It just depends on the pieces that you can put together to make it work. But the reason it's not as impactful as it once was is because you have a league where 1 through 15 guys are really good, right? Like, you had guys even 5 years ago that were the 11th through 15th man that were kind of just there to just be bodies. Like, you knew that they were never going to play. They weren't very good coming in. But now you see guys that get drafted second round, undrafted. I mean, the Miami Heat are an entire team full of undrafted guys. You're seeing the depth in all of these things, right? And you're seeing guys like, look at what Denver got, like with Braun, right? He came in and was great for them as a rookie. You're seeing it more and more, rookies coming in and being able to have an impact to a roster immediately. Look at Keegan Murray for the Sacramento Kings. He was great this year. Sharp for the Portland Trailblazers. Portland didn't make the playoffs or anything like that, but still, he was a guy that came in and he was really good for them. Not saying that Shafino is going to give you 25-5, but I do think he's a guy that could come in and maybe give you 10-2-2, right? That's all you need. You just need a guy to come in and give you 10 to 15 minutes a game and just play some solid defense. Don't be careless with the basketball and just play your role that is asked for you. You're going to have your time to shine at some point. Play the role that is needed for you right now. And I think he can do that. I really do think Shafino is a solid acquisition. And we'll see what the Lakers do. I don't mind if the Lakers keep him, but if Rob Pelinka finds a good deal, he's going to take the deal. That doesn't necessarily mean that he wants to trade him. That doesn't necessarily mean that he will trade him. But if something comes along that Rob Pelinka believes, like, okay, this is the move to put us over the top, he's going to do it. It's going to happen. But I would like to see him maybe get a shot, get a little shine. This is a guy that probably in any other draft would have been top 10, maybe even sooner. A lot of draft boards had him in the top 10. So it's not that far-fetched to think that this is the guy that could be a contributor right away. I'm not saying to expect it, but I do think that he's a guy that can come in, and you're seeing it more and more in this league. You're seeing guys who are just better immediately in the NBA. All the talent, the big three doesn't have the same impact anymore because there's just so much more talent than there arguably ever has been. In my opinion, there's more talent than it has ever been. I really do. I think there's never been an era of basketball where guys are the guy on the end of the bench, number 15, that you've never even heard of, would probably be starting 20 years ago, right? Like, because everybody can shoot, everyone can handle the ball, everyone can do it's just, to what level can you do that, right? And that's where it lies. And look, Jamal Murray, his rookie year, he was a guy that gave you 9 points. His rookie year was just under 10 points. It was 9.9 points, 2.6 rebounds, and 2.1 assists in 82 games he played as a rookie, 2016, 2017. I don't think that that's too much to ask of Shafino. I think he is more than capable of doing that, right? Especially on a roster that has LeBron James and Anthony Davis and guys like that are going to be taking away a lot of the distractions. And Darvin Ham will probably give the kid the green light. He's a bigger, stronger Jamal Murray. The comparison is a great comparison. It's just can he get to the level of offense that Jamal Murray is? Right? Like, can he get, and it's not like Jamal Murray's a 30-point per game guy. Again, he's basically a 25-5 guy is what he is, or 25-6 guy. So it's not like he's some ridiculous, like, out here dropping 30. Is he capable of it? Sure. But a lot of guys nowadays are capable of dropping 30, right? Jamal Murray can't defend a shadow at times. If Shafino can defend, he's got the height, he's got the length, he's got the size advantage. And he's already a better defender. All he needs to do is just work on the offensive repertoire. If he can get that going, I believe him getting to the rim and finishing strong, finishing through contact, I don't think you'll have a problem with that. I think that'll be okay. But can he hit those mid-range shots? Can he knock down the shots off the dribble? Can he knock down, step-in threes? Can he, knock down step-back threes? Can he knock down spot-up threes to where he can play some off the ball a little bit, right? Like Jamal Murray does, right? Where Jokic has the ball and Murray's kind of just playing as another guy, right? That would be nice. Because if you could have him do that, then it just opens up the Laker roster so much more. And again, I'm not expecting him to be some 25-5 guy this year. I'm talking about within the next 3-4 years. Once LeBron's gone, once everybody's gone, can he step into a role to where, okay, like, no, we don't need him as our backup anymore. This is our starter. This is our guy. This is our 25-5 guy next to Austin Reeves. And now we have a front court with a 6'6 point guard and a 6'5 shooting guard with switchability. Both can handle the ball. Both can get to the rim. Both can knock down the mid-range. Both can knock down the three ball. Both can draw contact. Both can defend. That's what I want to see. I want to see that. Where it's just like, man, Shafino, Reeves, maybe Lewis. We'll talk about Lewis in a video likely tomorrow. But Lewis, oh man, Rui Hachimura, oh, we got Max Christie, oh, we got Jared Vanderbilt. It's like, all right, like we got plenty of depth, switchability, talent, defense. Like, here we go, right? And you probably have Anthony Davis for the next handful of years. Or, if once the LeBron era ends, maybe you let him go or you flip him for something and maybe try to get a young center or something, right? Because at that point, that's kind of, if you look at what the Lakers have right now, all they need is a young center. Like, I know we have Mo Bamba, but he's 25, he's raw, injury prone already. Like, I'd like to get a 23 or younger center, which the Lakers might have, right? Colin Castleton, that might end up being the guy, but we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. Anyways, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you like the comparison? Do you hate the comparison? Do you think it's good comparison, bad comparison, somewhere in between? How do you feel? Whatever your thoughts are, love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below.